Hello, I'm Carol Vorderman and welcome to Perfect 10, a brand new daily quiz podcast that'll hopefully help detox your brain from the recent festivities. 10 questions, 10 points, all done in 10 minutes. Now, you might have made some New Year's resolutions to cut the carbs or join the gym, but we are here to give your mind a workout too, with riddles, puzzles and brain teasers that are guaranteed to educate, to entertain and to irritate you. Every day, I'll have 10 perfect questions that'll really get your synapses firing and maybe get you groaning too when I give you the answers at the end of the podcast. So make sure you subscribe, you follow and you like to get the next episode as soon as it drops, because I am here Monday to Friday with a new episode every day. So why not join me on your commute, your coffee break or any spare time you might have. It's Perfect 10, week 1. So let's go. Question 1 is what I like to call your starter for a perfect 10. It involves something most of us use every day, but how much attention have you paid to it? Here's the question. On a standard UK computer keyboard, which of the 5 main vowels is not on the top line of letters? Remember, on this Perfect 10, you can pause, you can rewind the show, you can take a deep breath and think for as long as you like. Right, so for question 2, you'll need your ears and your mind working together. I call this our hearsay round, because you're about to hear some sounds which relate to a well-known phrase or saying or item, or maybe even to an individual. For example, if you hear followed by 022 approach 1432. You'd get the phrase, pigs might fly. Okay, got it? So, what is this? It's a well-known phrase. It's hearsay, so say what you hear. What have you just heard, and how does it make a well-known phrase or saying? Moving on to question 3. Question 3 is what I'm calling Carol lateral thinking. It took us ages to think of that name. So you need to pop your brain to the lateral position and think on. Here we go. Which odd number, when you take away a letter, will become even? Okay, let's try something a little bit different. This round is our memory game. We're going to play you a clip that features lots and lots of information. Now, you have to retain as much as possible and hopefully remember enough to give me the correct answer to the question which follows it. So have you got that? Time to hear today's clip.
It's Romping home, Blue Boy, the Colonel, Opera Knights making ground. They're well into the straight now of the Queen and the 4th Jubilee Stakes. It's Romping home, Blue Boy, the Colonel, Opera Knights. These 4 have the race between them. It's Romping home, striding towards the line. Romping home is going to win the Queen and the 4th Jubilee Stakes. It's Romping home wins it. Second is a photo, 4th Opera Knights to fly.
And your question is this. 4 horses were mentioned in the clip. Romping home, Opera Knights, the Colonel, and what was the name of the 4th horse? Okay, questions 5, 6 and 7 are all about the 3 Fs. They are frivolous, familiar and fun. They're a mix of observation, general knowledge, common knowledge and everyday teasers. So here we go with question 5. In the Harry Potter movies, over which eye is Harry's scar? Is it over his left eye or his right eye? Those movies made over $7 billion and the books have sold over 500 million copies and still counting. Question 6, let's go back to 2016 for this one. Which breed of dog starred in the 2016 John Lewis Christmas trampoline advert? You can picture it, can't you? The animals on the back garden, on the trampoline. There were foxes, a badger, squirrels. But what was the breed of the dog? That's my question. Now let's have something very familiar for question 7. It's about something most of us have in a kitchen cupboard. How is the word beans spelled on a Heinz baked beans can? Interestingly, baked beans were originally sold by Fortnum & Mason in 1901 as a luxury item. Question 8, and this round is called one in, one out, and this is how it works. I'm going to give you a word, and I'm going to ask you to either change or remove a letter to create another word. So, what letter can you remove from the word mouse, M-O-U-S-E, to make a word that means to ponder? So have a think about that, or even a ponder. Round 9 is called I know this. It's those tip of the tongue teasers that will have you saying exactly that. So here is question 9. Which has more squares, a chessboard or a Scrabble board? And finally, question 10. It is our daily riddle, and this is it for today. A cruise liner is filled with passengers, but there's not a single person on board. How is that possible? And those were my perfect 10 questions for today. The answers are coming up. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's questions. And if you've got any riddles and puzzles you want to irritate me with, remember to let me know by commenting and messaging me on Instagram and TikTok, and follow at Perfect10Carol across socials and on YouTube. Right, I hope I've entertained, educated and irritated you today. It's only fair that you can do the same in return. So, is your 2023 brain feeling a tad sharper than your 2022 one? 10 tough questions, but did you get a perfect 10 score? Here's where you find out. Question 1, your starter for a perfect 10. On a standard UK computer keyboard, which of the 5 main vowels is not on the top line of letters? And the answer is the letter A. Question 2 was our hearsay round. And the well-known phrase hidden in those sounds was letting the cat out of the bag. Well done if you got that right. Question 3, my carolateral thinking question was, which odd number, when you take away a letter, becomes even? And the number you're after is the number 7. Take away the letter S, and of course, it spells out the word even, E-V-E-N. Told you it was lateral and literal thinking puzzle. Question 4 is always our memory game. There were 4 horses mentioned in the clip: Romping Home, Opera Nights, and the Colonel. Which was the 4th horse to be mentioned? And the answer was Blue Boy. Blue Boy was what I was looking for. We moved into the frivolous, familiar and fun questions, so 3 Fs. Question 5 was, in the Harry Potter movies, over which eye is Harry's iconic scar? Over his left or his right eye? And the answer is, well done if you get it, it's over his right eye. Question 6. Which breed of dog starred in the 2016 John Lewis trampoline advert? And the answer was a boxer dog. The dog in the advert was called Buster, but was played by a boxer named Biff in real life. Question 7 was, how is the word beans spelled on a Heinz baked beans can? And it's spelt B-E-A-N-Z. Moving on to question 8 and 1 in, 1 out. The question was, which letter can you remove from the word mouse to make you ponder? And the answer, take the letter O from mouse and you get the word muse, M-U-S-E, which means, of course, to ponder. Round 9 is, I know this, so did you. Which has more squares, a chessboard or a Scrabble board? And the answer is a Scrabble board. And then our final question 10, our daily riddle. It was, a cruise liner is filled with passengers, but there's not a single person on board. How is that possible? The clue is in the question. It's filled with passengers, lots of them, but not a single person on board because they're all married. Did you score a perfect 10 on our very first podcast? Or, of course, on our videocast if you're watching on YouTube. Don't forget to get in touch and send me some of your favourite questions, riddles and puzzles to keep us all here thinking Until next time, remember, make sure to subscribe to the podcast and follow us on YouTube and across our social media channels so you don't miss out on any of our rounds. I hope you have fun and your brain feels trained. And if a perfect 10 eluded you today, come back tomorrow. We'll do it all again. Get there. Before I say goodbye, I'll leave you with one final puzzle. No points to score here. It's just for fun. And it's an anagram. And the clue is, which Hollywood actor's name is an anagram of Big Melons? Bigmelons. Yes, you heard that correctly. Big Melons really is an anagram of a Hollywood actor. But which one? Answer in tomorrow's show. I'm looking forward to a whole new day of questions, poses and puzzles tomorrow, so I hope you join me then. And I'll also have the answer to that last anagram. I'm Carol Vorderman, and that was our first perfect 10. 10 questions, 10 points, all done in 10 minutes. Have a perfect day.